Improvisation will improve your situation.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumet Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today we're talking about using the rules of improv to live an improvised life. Essentially, I have a background in improv comedy, okay? Improv acting. And I started very young when I was in high school, okay? I was a teenager. And I would start to notice that there are aspects of theater that I can apply into my own life. One of the rules of improv is yes and, saying yes to the scene. Somebody says, oh look, there's a dragon coming towards us. If you say no to that, you're blocking it off, you're rejecting it, and you're not adding to the scene. You're not adding value. So one of the things is you're adding value to the scene of your life, right? You're participating. You're in the present moment. You're not thinking of the past and the future. The biggest mistake that improvisers make in their improv troupes is they're bringing up scenes and teasing the audience, almost in a sense of like they're teasing the audience about this thing that happened in the past or the future. Oh, I don't want to talk about, what happened in Guantanamo Bay. Let's say someone brings up that scene, right? The audience is going, what happened in Guantanamo Bay? And they're getting certain ideas, right? And the thing about it is, if they were already in the scene in Guantanamo Bay, being a lot more present in that scene, it would be a lot more captivating, entertaining for the audience, right? So you're understanding this idea of, oh, there's an audience in mind. It's not this idea of rejecting the present moment. It's the idea of going into it. That mentality is that, hey, let me be the one who receives this information rather than trying to force my way to make this scene look good. Improv is not about making yourself look cool as an actor on stage. It's about helping out the actor next to you. It's about collaboration. Okay? It's about being a part of a troupe, co-creation, making the mistakes a part of the performance. This is what I learned later through freestyle rap as well. One of the biggest lessons. And you want to have this mentality of life where you imagine your life like different musical instruments and you're in charge of the ensemble. You're the conductor of it. So your health plays with your relationships. Your career plays with your health and so forth. And this concept is such a harmonious concept that is going to bring you a lot more happiness in your life. Because when you can spontaneously start living, you're out of the monotony. You're out of the robot programming. You are now in the flux of whatever is happening in the present moment. And as you can ride that wave, you start to flow through your life, flow through your day. There's a level of trust that you've got to build with yourself. I trust myself on stage, not knowing what to say, but doing it anyway, going with the gut feeling, understanding that instinct inside of me that gets me purely tapped in the scene. But it's also trusting your other actors, trusting in your tribe, trusting in your community, being able to have each other's backs when the moment calls for it. When you're improvising, remember, the audience is only having the clues of what is happening in that moment. And the beauty of it is you can make such gold out of complete nothing. You make something out of nothing. That's the true definition of improv, is you're making something out of nothing. Isn't that magic? Isn't improvisation magic? Isn't improvisation a form of channeling? Right? Where you're letting go and letting in and letting through what needs to come through. Of course, sometimes we're given a context in an improvised scene, right? Oh, you're a farmer. You're a farmer is a very different scenario than if you're a mafia boss. And according to the context, it's almost like the intention switches your communication style, which gets you to ride the wave of the day. So you've got to calibrate this thing and not worry so much about being fast and funny and witty all the time. In an improvised scene, if you're just like, Joke, laugh, joke, laugh, joke, laugh, joke, laugh. Okay, this is not a stand-up comedy, right? This is improvised comedy. Now, some stand-ups, they can do improvised comedy on stage, one-man act, one-woman act. And their comedic style is very different. And you'll understand this by the way that they deal with hecklers. Okay? Have you ever seen a comedian respond in the moment to a heckler? And it's so smooth, it's like butter. The way they handle that resistance in that situation, they make it a part of their performance. That, hey, this person is trying to throw me off course. Guess what? The obstacle becomes the path. Let's go. Hey, you're a part of my show now. Guess what? Oh, you distracted me? You're a part of the movie now. Come on, come on. All right, act 1, scene 2, let's go. Your turn. Now my turn. You've got to handle a hater like a heckler. You can't let them keep, poking you and prodding you and poking you and prodding you, and you just being passive aggressive and you just sitting back and waiting and tolerating it and just being like, oh, okay, I won't say anything. Okay, he's kind of pissing me off. Okay, right. Well, okay. And that same analogy can be used to the buildup of an improv scene, because really that's what happens, right? It's the snowball effect, but it starts with a tiny little piece of snow that over time, as you roll it, as you generate the momentum, the chi, the charge, the energy with it, as you start going with that, it starts to build into a snowball, a giant snowball. Now, it's an avalanche. And that's the mentality of improv. It starts with something small, but then it builds over time. I posted today saying it's not about multitasking, Mushin, or the mind of no mind. It's about microtasking, okay? So this is a journey that's fascinating and fun and artistic, becoming the type of person who accepts the moment and makes it a part of their life. Kind of play, that banter, that going back and forth, that roasting each other, that building each other up, the making your teammate look good. Failure is a part of the performance. You fail, you fail, you fail again, you fail better, you fail faster. You have the ability to ride the wave. Hey, give me more failure so I can succeed better. That's what the mentality of improv is about. Right? How can this mentality be applied to dating? The wingman effect, right? You introduce your wingman as if he's the most legendary person on the planet. And you're making them look like the genius in the scene, because then they can play off of it and they can return it back to you. It's like a double charged Hadouken, right? Both of you together just Kamehameha, right? It's a double Kamehameha in that effect, because you're giving each other health points, right? If I'm helping your survival by talking you up, raising your standards, raising your value, it's only a part of the natural flow, the natural reciprocity of things, that they return it back to you. And it's this infinity loop with other people in your environment. Now, what if you're hanging around a bunch of scrubs that can't improvise? They've got to learn the skill set of improvisation, or change your friend group. You got to be quick on your feet, quick-witted, be able to respond to the moment, responsibility. How does this apply to business? Let's say you're even at work, right? Let's say you're in a boardroom meeting and everybody's going, no, we should fix that, and no, then they start complaining, and you go, yeah, you know what? Yes, and. Yeah, you know what? I agree with you guys. I think that is definitely the case. But wouldn't it be nice to try this out? Because I just understood it like this, right? What if you could treat the day like, yes, this is awesome. Yes, this is awesome. Yes, this is awesome. Instead of no, which is like a wah, wah, wah. A buzzkill. A killing, a cutting off of that circulation of energy that's meant to be flowing forward. You know how there's this, now I'm not sponsored by them, but there's that thing called Skillshare, right? This is it. This is a Skillshare. Improvisation is a Skillshare. You get so good at improvising, it just becomes a natural part of your life, and you become better at socializing, you become better at doing business and communicating with others, you get better results in the gym and with your health. Because how do you start changing your diet up, right, when you want to improve? You do it spontaneously. You come across some new information, you hear something different, you respond to that information, and then you begin your health journey. Or you reach a crisis point, and then that delves you into improving something. So again, it's still responding to the problem. It's still using your innovation and your creativity by improvising, by improve and revising. Improving and revising. That is what this is. This is the art form. You can learn this art form. I teach practitioners how to do this through the Flow Zone Academy, but also I work and engineer it according to your own style, because not everybody has a unique style, a unique character. So this is why personalized coaching is the most important thing. Because once you get to truly know someone, you understand this vibe. And I treat my clients like teammates. We're on this journey together. Let's go. Upward Spiral Gang, may you never be the same again. And stay legendary. Hit that subscribe button.